Good morning and welcome. I would like to welcome to all those attending and those watching remotely to this meeting of the New York State Unemployment Insurance Appeal Board. This is our fourth and final meeting of 2023, and we are located today at the board's headquarters in Menands, New York. I wish to thank all those attending and those watching this meeting for your interest in the operations and management of the UIAB. We are an adjudicative body with jurisdiction over disputes regarding eligibility and payments concerning New York State unemployment insurance. Thank you for your continuing interest in this consequential work. My name is Geraldine Riley, and I am the chair of the New York State Unemployment Insurance Appeal Board. This meeting has been noticed, the draft agenda has been published, and the minutes from the previous July 19, 2023 meeting have been circulated to the members, and the public has been invited to observe in real time. This meeting is being recorded and will be available along with the minutes on our website, which is uiappeals.ny.gov. I would like to begin this meeting expressing my thanks to all of those who have supported the work of the board in addressing the many challenges that we face. I would like to thank the staff and leadership of all our offices, and of course, and primarily, I'd like to thank my colleagues on the board for your work, encouragement, and support. For this meeting, I would like to again acknowledge the myriad technological innovations which this year has brought. We have accomplished through the leadership of our Chief ALJ, Tracy Covey, and all of our principal ALJs and our Director, Lee Brown, a significantly remote workplace, while continuing to ensure that due process protections have been met. You will hear more about these exciting projects during the executive presentations, but I can assure you that 2023 has been a year of technological advancement, which will change many aspects of how we do our work, all in the interest of serving our customers and our employees in a smarter and better way. Virtual hearings, UISIM, and other innovations are on the horizon. As ever, it is my hope that this consistent schedule of board meetings presents a board that is proactive and accessible, and a board which aggressively addresses the 21st century challenges that we face or that we anticipate, and that we address those challenges with optimism and confidence in the skill and effort of our many talented employees. Each board member and each staff member is serious and interested, industrious and engaged in their approach to the important work that we do. I sincerely thank you for that. I want to acknowledge and thank our Chief Administrative Law Judge Tracy Covey, who is based in Syracuse, but who is here today in Menands, and who has worked tirelessly to advance the board in our mission. Tracy assumed this role in a time of pandemic crisis and has led the board judiciously and so well since then. Thank you, Tracy. I want to acknowledge Lee Brown, our hardworking and talented new executive director who is with us today in Menands. Lee is a beacon here for demonstrating leadership and fairness, qualities which we highly value. So thank you, Lee. And I wish to thank Principal ALJ for Appeals, Christopher Tate, who is with me here today in Menands, for all of his work in these very challenging times. And congratulations, Chris, on your 30 years of state service. Happy anniversary.
Thank you.
I want to thank Melissa Souza, who is taking minutes, and Amy Higby, Nastasia Trepp, and Paul Homan, who will be assisting today with their technology. Before the call to order, I would like to remind members, staff, and the public that our next public meeting of the board will be held on Wednesday, January 17th, 2024. Thank you. I'm now calling the meeting to order. Our first order of business is a roll call, which will be performed by Director Lee Brown.
Thank you, Chair Riley. First, I will note that you are in Menands and will take the remainder of the roll call. When I say your name, please say you're present and note your present location that is accessible to the public. Board Member Randall Douglas.
Menands, present.
Thank you. Board Member June O'Neill.
Greetings from Ogdensburg, New York.
Thank you. Board Member Marilyn O'Mara.
Present, Elmira office.
Thank you. Board Member Michael Greason.
Here, Brooklyn.
Thank you. Chair Riley, you have a quorum.
Thank you so much. And since there is a quorum, we can proceed. And next order of business is to review and adopt the draft agenda for today's meeting. Will you please take a moment to read the agenda, which has been circulated and published.
I move we accept the agenda.
There is a motion to accept the agenda by Randy. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Michael. There's a second. Now there will be a vote. All in favor of accepting the agenda, please say aye.
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 Aye. Any negatives? Hearing none in opposition, the agenda is adopted. Thank you. Turning now to the adopted agenda, and next item of business is the reading of the minutes from our July 19th, 2023 meeting, and a motion to adopt them into the record.
Madam Chair, I move that we waive the reading of the minutes and accept them as presented.
Thank you so much, Michael. There's a motion by Member Greason to waive the reading of the minutes and adopt them into the record. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, June. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Is there any opposition? Hearing no opposition, the motion is accepted, and the minutes from July 19th, 2023 have been incorporated into the record. Thank you. Now, our first report will be the Executive Director's Report, presented by Lee Brown.
Good morning. I could not be happier with all that we have accomplished so far this year. I attribute that to our board and our leadership support. The support of one another throughout the UIB personnel and external customers is superior to what I have experienced in my career. Initially, I was thinking of staying state service, but as I thought about it, I think it's important to note that UIB's global support is top tier. In our last board meeting, I shared that our admin team rolled out an electronic case file, ECF, transmission initiative with the DOL Adjudication Services Office, ASO. The benefits of the project were purely administrative to increase efficiency by saving the admin team time, saving UIAB and ASO money, and contributing to a cleaner and greener working environment. The ECF is an Adobe PDF case file that we convert into a paper case file for our administrative law judges, our ALJs. The objective was to help the admin team and not adversely affect the ALJs. While our current ECF is not as easy to use as the electronic file we will have after computer modernization, the ALJs have found a way to utilize it to hold remote hearings. This has given us the opportunity to increase the remote days from 20 to 40% per week. The remote initiative was spearheaded and managed by Chief Administrative Law Judge Tracy Covey, and I'll let her share her success in her report. I'm very glad that the ECF created this additional benefit. Our modernization projects continue to progress as our BSA team, ITS, and outside vendors continuously work through technological challenges. Our virtual hearings project was extended to go live January 16th, 2024. This gave ITS time to ensure system adequacy and will allow time to provide more in-depth training to personnel and better marketing and an introduction of the system to our stakeholders. As a recap, the virtual hearings will allow parties to attend their hearings by video and will have a telephone call-in feature for parties who do not have internet access. This system will record all hearings and will be the official recording of our hearings. We also continue to progress with the Unemployment Insurance System Improvement Modernization, the UISIM project. Our Train the Trainer training started in September. There is some training at the end of October, just next week actually, and the remainder of the training will occur in early spring 2024. User acceptance testing and system integration testing continue to progress as expected. In staffing news, our judicial and administrative staffing level is presently at 108 employees. We welcomed 5 administrative employees on October 12th and 2 interns in the past 2 weeks, 1 admin and 1 BSA. As you may recall, most judicial recruitments were on hold until after the civil service examination, which closed on August 31st. Results are expected soon. In the interim, we posted for UI referees in Menands, Brooklyn, Buffalo, Syracuse, and Hauppauge to look for transfer candidates and possible new applicants in the campus. That posting closed on October 6th. We have received the transfer candidates, which look promising, and we await the canvas results. Attrition continues. Tracy will address our multifaceted recruitment activities in her report to tackle shortages in the current workforce. While we continue to identify opportunities to promote continuous recruitment for our ALJs, we have laid a solid foundation as we end 2023 and enter 2024. I hope you continue to enjoy the newsletter, and I hope you like the new look of the format that we created for the Week of a Glance. I'm always interested in hearing any feedback on anything that any of you would like to read. Please reach out to me and let me know. Thank you all, and that concludes my report.
Thank you, Lee. It's really, so it's such an exciting time to be here at the UIB as we transform ourselves into an agency that is, without sacrificing any customer service, really becoming centered on, once again, on excellence and accuracy, and also, frankly, the best employers that we can be. Thanks for your contribution to that. Are there any comments or thoughts regarding Lee's report? Hearing none, then I would like, is there a motion to accept the director's report and incorporate it into the record?
So moved.
Thank you, Randy. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Marilyn. All in favor of accepting the director's report and incorporating to the record, please signify by saying aye.
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 Is there any opposition? Hearing none, the executive director's report has been accepted and incorporated into the record. Thank you. Our next order of business is the Chief Judge's report, which will be delivered by Chief ALJ Tracy Covey.
Good morning, everyone. And I'm happy to have the opportunity to update you today on various judicial developments since the last board meeting. I'll begin with this most recent quarterly federal quality results involving lower authority cases, which were decided in the second quarter of 2023. The 20 randomly selected cases had an average case score of 98.85%. All of the cases achieved a passing grade. In fact, 14 out of the 20 hearings had perfect scores of 100. Kudos to all of the judges and auditors for their continued hard work and dedication to our mission. We're currently conducting federal audits for the third quarter of 2023, which I will report on in our next meeting. Our lower authority judges are also doing very well under our rigorous internal quality assurance program. For the second quarter of 2023, 130 hearings were audited under this program, and our error requiring a remedy rate was 4.6%. Again, this is another example of the high quality work that is being done by the judges at the UIAB. Now, moving on to our statistics, we are still not in compliance with US DOL acceptable level of performance markers at the lower authority. The validated data as of September 2023 shows that the lower authority average case age is 35.96 days. We are also still not meeting compliance standards with the 30-45-day time-lapse markers. In the third quarter, approximately 8% of cases were decided within 30 days, and 29% of cases were decided within 45 days. As I will mention shortly, we are hopeful to see improvement in these numbers once we bring on more judicial staff. On a positive note, the higher authority continues to meet US DOL acceptable level of performance standards. Validated data for September of 2023 shows the average case age was 30 days, which is under the 40-day US DOL marker. Thanks to your continued hard work and the hard work of the higher authority ALJs and seniors, inventory at the higher authority remains low with no appreciable backlog. As I've previously reported, we have lost a significant number of judges to retirement or other employment opportunities over the last few years. We are currently at our lowest staffing level in recent history with only 38 ALJs and 17 seniors. We are currently interviewing transfer candidates for the positions in Brooklyn and Buffalo, and will soon receive a canvas list for those in locations as well as Syracuse, Manans, and Hauppauge. We will also post for additional positions when the civil service exam results list comes out. I can tell you that we have been busy engaging in significant recruitment efforts over the last few months. In an effort to increase our visibility, we have worked with DOL Communications to develop a commercial promoting state service and the UIAB's work, and that has been posted on social media and is also available on our website. We have developed a commercial to play on the DMV televisions. We've created a career opportunities tab on the UIAB website with information on our postings and links to the legal specialties exam. And we also had a table at the public interest legal career reception at Fordham Law last month. We had how to become ALJ pamphlets on display at the Department of Labor's State Fair booth. And a number of judges wrote to their law schools promoting work at the UIAB, which resulted in us teaming up with both Albany Law and Cooney Law to promote our judicial positions and internship opportunities. For example, we created a flyer to advertise internship and judicial opportunities that was posted on the Albany Law's career page. I would like to thank Chair Riley and Executive Director Brown for their creative ideas in this regard and their continuous support in this important initiative. I am hopeful with this increased exposure, along with the updated civil service process, that we will expand our pool of applicants when additional ALJ positions are posted through the end of the year. Another exciting announcement I have for you is that we have started holding remote hearings, as mentioned by both Chair Riley and Director Brown. We are utilizing computer-based telephone technology that was originally put in place for the administrative staff earlier this year, and we're also using electronic PDF case files. This initiative was first rolled out in Central and Western New York in early September, then in Brooklyn at the beginning of this month, and all of the other offices held their first remote hearings this week. The judges have really shown great initiative and ingenuity throughout this transition and have made it a success. Of course, regardless of where the judges are located, our commitment to protecting the due process rights of parties remains in the forefront. We also look forward to adding the additional component of video hearings soon and continuing to streamline our process for both the parties and for our staff. We also continue to move forward with updates to the bench manual and will release a revised chapter on voluntary quit shortly. I am also happy to announce that in addition to our own continuing legal education program, we are also now a member of a CLE consortium consisting of DOL, the New York State Insurance Fund, the offices of the Inspector General, Workers' Comp, and the Industrial Board of Appeals. This concludes my report. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to present this information to you today.
Thank you so much, Tracy. Clearly, we're embarking on so many exciting projects, and it's really under your leadership, we've been able to accomplish so much, whether it's from the excellence in due process hearings, where we have all of the cases achieving a passing grade, which is always the expectation, but it's wonderful to see it happen. And it's also exceptional to see that the board is really on the cutting edge of recruitment and of course of remote hearings, which is beneficial to customer service and to our staff. So many thanks for that. Are there any questions or comments regarding Tracy's report?
Just a question, Tracy. Can I get some of the pamphlets to take back to Clinton, Essex, Franklin County friends that I have back home?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yep.
Great. Of course, if there's any other members who wish to have copies of any of the solicitations that we're using to recruit, please let us know. But thank you, Randy. That's a great idea.
Tracy, is it too soon to tell if the commercials have had any kind of an impact?
I think it may be a little too soon to tell. We will know probably in the next round of civil service lists if more people have started to apply for the legal specialties exam. And that's going to be it's going to be multifaceted, the reason why more people will be applying. Civil service has made it it has made the process easier by making it online. And we have been advertising. So hopefully that drums up a lot of interest and we'll see the results maybe first quarter, second quarter of next year.
Thank you. And congratulations on the CLE. That's a really good move.
Thank you.
Thank you. If there are any other comments? Thank you, Tracy. Now that we have concluded with Tracy's report, is there a motion to accept?
So moved.
Thank you, Randy. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, June. All in favor of accepting the report incorporated into the record, please signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposition? Then the vote is unanimous and the report is accepted and incorporated into the record. Thank you. Now we turn to the report from the Principal ALJ for Appeals, Christopher Tate.
Thank you, Chair Riley. Good morning, everyone. I'm going to be reporting on several cases that were handed down by the court in the third quarter of this year. Matter of Restrepo was decided on July 20th, and the site is 218 83rd 975. The court affirmed the board's decision holding claimant ineligible to receive benefits because he was unable to file a valid original claim due to insufficient earnings. Claimant filed the claim for benefits effective February 17th of 2020, establishing a base period under the basic condition covering the fourth quarter of 2018 through the third quarter of 2019. His base period under the alternate condition covered the first through the fourth quarter of 2019. Claimant earned $4,045.59 during the third quarter of 2019 and $8,171.21 during the fourth quarter of 2019. The court found that claimant did not satisfy the basic condition because he did not work and have earnings during at least 2 quarters within the base period. The court also found that the claimant did not satisfy the alternate condition because his total remuneration of $12,216.80 was less than 1.5 times his high calendar quarter earnings of $8,171.21 by approximately $40. As the claimant did not meet the work and earnings requirements set forth in Labor Law Section 527, the court held that the claimant was unable to file a valid original claim, citing matter of best at 172 83rd 1845. Matter of Bellatoni was decided on August 31st, and the site is 219 83rd 1106. The court affirmed the board's decision reducing the claimant's pandemic unemployment assistance, or PUA, weekly benefit rate from $404 to $182, and charging the claimant with an overpayment of federal benefits. In this matter, the claimant made an electronic application for PUA benefits and indicated that his annual income for 2019 had been $42,118. The Department of Labor calculated a weekly benefit rate of $404 based on this information. Claimant's tax 2019 records indicated, however, that his annual net income had been $1,324. Citing 15 U.S.C. 9021 subsection D1A and subsection H and related federal regulations, the court agreed with the board that the claimant's benefit rate was properly reduced and that he had received an overpayment of PUA benefits. The court then also held that the overpayment was recoverable regardless of whether the payment was due to the claimant's fault or misrepresentation. Matter of Javino was decided on September 21st, and the site is 2023 New York Active Lexus 4651. The court affirmed board decisions holding that claimant was not capable of work and charging him with recoverable overpayments. Claimant filed the claim for benefits in April of 2020 and received state and federal benefits. In June of 2021, claimant sought medical treatment to address pain on his right knee and underwent knee surgery in November of that same year. He completed a Department of Labor questionnaire in November of 2021 in which he indicated that he had not been able to work since May 26 of 2021 due to his knee injury and his resulting surgery. He certified for benefits from May 26 of 2021 through January 2nd of 2022, stating that he was ready, willing, and able to work each day of the week, and that there were no days in which he was not capable of work. citing matter of Lynch at 217 83rd 1309. The court found that substantial evidence supported the finding that claimant was not capable of working during the relevant time period. The court also found that claimant was ineligible for benefits under state law. He was also not eligible to receive federal pandemic assistance under the CARES Act, citing matter of Douglas at 217 83rd 1311. Finally, the matter of Moskowitz was decided on September 28th of 2023, and the site is 2023 New York Active Lexus 4799. The court affirmed board decisions sustaining the Department of Labor's objection that the claimant's hearing request was untimely. The Department of Labor mailed 2 initial determinations to the claimant, holding that she was unable to file a valid original claim and was ineligible to receive pandemic unemployment assistance benefits on September 15th and 16th of 2022, respectively. On April 21st of 2021, another initial determination was mailed to the claimant, holding that she was unable to file a valid original claim concerning a different time period. Although each of the determinations advised her that she had 30 days in which to request the hearing, she did not do so until December 9th of 2021. The court found that claimant did not dispute receiving the determinations and that her hearing request was well past the 30-day statutory time frame under Labor Law Section 621A. The court noted claimant's contention that she was misinformed when she called the Department of Labor about the status of her applications, but ruled that any confusion or misinformation does not excuse her delay, citing to matter of Lukowitz at 165 83rd 1336. The court also noted that claimant neglected to read the information regarding the time to request a hearing on the determinations. And that concludes my report.
Thank you, Chris. I have to congratulate you for being able to identify these cases, which is so fascinating and instructive to the board, whether it be the valid original claim, which is the most fundamental of the cases that we decide, all the way up to a timeliness issue, as well as, of course, an overpayment. So just gives you a really very full reflection of what the breadth of the work of the board is. So thank you for that. Are there any comments regarding Chris's report? If none,
Congratulations on 30 years, Chris. You don't look at 30.
Chris, I echo that. Congratulations on your 30 years. Well done.
Thank you, June. Thank you, Marilyn.
You have another 30 in you?
You're on tape, Chris.
He's going to be mad that I'm trying to hold him.
Thank you so much for your report, Chris. Is there a motion to accept the report?
So
So
moved.
moved.
Thank you, Randy. And is there a second?
Second?
Thank you, Michael. All in favor of accepting the report and incorporating it into the record, please signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Hearing no opposition, the vote is unanimous and the report is accepted into the record. Now we are up to the next issue on our agenda, which is new business. Is there any other or new business? Hearing none, is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Thank you, Randy. Is there a second?
Second?
Thank you, Michael. All in favor of accepting the motion to adjourn, please signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Aye. The vote is unanimous and the motion to adjourn is accepted. Thanks very much, everybody. This meeting is done. Thank you. Thanks,
Thank you.
Melissa.
Thank
you.